it's unbelievable because it kind of teaches you about the tract of life and a career in the space of a week. Everybody should have a work experience story. I had an uncle, and my uncle worked at a place called Codemasters. Codemasters used to be an old computer games developer, right? It was in Leamington Spa. I said to my uncle, yo, this time, he was like, you know what? As long as you don't steal anything, as long as you don't say anything inappropriate, come through. So I was super gassed. And I remember going to Codemasters on the first day, and because it was my uncle's gaff, really, I was like, just show me the comfort chair. Give me the joypad, give me the crisps, and let me live my best life, okay? And on that first day, he said, the hoovering needs doing in reception. I was like, who's doing that? I said, feel bad for them. Give me the joypad. He's like, you're doing the hoovering. So actually what happened is the week of dreams that I thought I was going to have, he taught me like so much within a short period of time. I was always used to getting away with the things that I want to do and getting rid of the things that I didn't want to do. And then by like the third day, they invited me into the main room. And it was like the Matrix. There was all codes coming down the street. He goes, right, you're going to sit here and you're going to help them input code. I said, the fuck is this? Green writing on the street. I'm here to play cricket and Colin McRae rally. He goes, yeah, this is programming. This is coding, buddy. That's what you're here for. It was the most boring 3 days of my life, but I learned at that very young age, like, this game development is not for me. But what it also taught me is the level of effort that people have to put in to give you a product. And that never left me. On the final day, the wonderful people at Codemasters and my uncle said, we're going to let him go in the big room. The big room is basically like a cinema room, okay? And there's loads of seats designated for when they show like a final piece of the game. And they gave me a joypad to a then unreleased console. And I had the whole room to myself. And they gave me chocolates. And I basically that last day, that last 6 hours into the afternoon, I got to play like an unreleased game. It was magical because in the space of like starting the week doing hoovering, saying this mother, to him facilitate its experience at the end of the week. It's unbelievable because it kind of teaches you about the tract of life and a career in the space of a week. You might start off hating it, but if you stick with it and learn and socialize and get to know, okay, that's what you need to do that, and that's what I need to do to get to there. It was unbelievable experience. I mean, the testament is, I forget things all the time, but this has never left me. The experiences and the way that I felt were some of the most important at that young age that I could ever hope for, yeah. I remember feeling like the first ever sensation of my uncle handing me that Henry Hoover and saying, yeah, you better get on with it. But again, it taught me something at a very early age, which is in the world of work and in the world of life, you have to do things that you're not comfortable with. You have to do things, swallow that bitter pill and say, well, if somebody's giving me a job opportunity, if this is what I have to do as part of that remit, you better get on with it. So I think it really curbed my attitude at the time, yeah. For me, it was like in a space of that I can't believe it's 5 working days, but like feel like grown up. Strange thing to say. Be treated like a kid your whole life. Even though I was mature and always messing around, you're still a kid. You're still 15 years old. Behave yourself. But in that environment, people are asking you about what you think. I remember at school, no one ever asked you about what you think. And so for me, I think like key words that come to mind when I think about how I felt on work experience was like maturity and a bit of independence and responsibility, which was scary, especially midweek. I remember thinking, oh, I don't know. You know, there was a whole list of emotions that I went through, but by the end of it, you're like, and if you can get through all those mini points of adversity, and most importantly, outside your comfort zone. If my friends had been at Codemasters, we probably would have overtaken the company and the police would have come quite quickly. Because I'm on my own, isolated, I think I learned a lot about myself. And who can argue with that?